Hello everyone and welcome to this folklore talk. So for today's one I'm going to be talking about a haunted vase apparently called the Basano Vase. So this one is like a haunted vase story, so it's like a ghost story, so similar to Annabelle, well, real life Annabelle, not just a horror movie. Although the horror movie is based on the real life story of Annabelle, but it's that sort of theme that we're going to go with. So for those that don't know, Annabelle is a haunted doll, and I know that the real life one, they used to take her around like on tour, I guess. These ghost hunters did have the original Annabelle. So this is the same sort of thing, but with this vase. The story behind it, it is a real vase as well. It is a real artifact that is out there. It's just that no one knows exactly where it is, which kind of adds to the mystery, I guess. With this, I think it just adds to the intrigue. I'm definitely invested. It'd be cool if they did come across it. But yeah, anyway, I'll stop rambling. I'll get on with the story. So, this vase was made somewhere in the 15th century in Italy from pure silver. It was supposed to be a wedding gift for a young woman who lived in a village near Nepal. On her wedding night, she was found dead, holding the vase. Some say she was murdered. Others say she died mysteriously, suddenly without explanation. Before dying, she is said to have whispered some curse or warning, but no one knows the exact words anymore. After that, the vase stayed in her family, and it's said that everyone who had it died shortly after. Like, seriously, not normal deaths, sudden sickness, accidents, random heart attacks, even suicides in some versions. It was passed down generation to generation, and each time whoever got it didn't last long. Some families started hiding it, others tried to throw it away or sell it. Then centuries later, the vase reappeared in the 1980s. This time it came with a note saying, "Beware, this vase brings death." But that didn't stop people from taking it. A pharmacist bought it and he died within 3 months. Then a surgeon got it, dead too, within a few months. Another person refused to take it after hearing the history and still got sick and died. Every time someone took it, they died fast and strange. Eventually, the last owner, or his family maybe, begged the police to take it. The police didn't want it at first, obviously, but finally they took it and supposedly buried it in a secret location. No museum wanted to display it, and it's not on any record now. It's basically gone, but who knows for how long. And so here's where it gets weird for me. The deaths are consistent and not just old people. Some were young and healthy. It's not like it was just one generation. This thing reportedly caused deaths for centuries. The warning note that came with it in the 1980s makes it even more creepy, like someone knew and still gave it away. No public photos exist of the vase today, and no one knows exactly where it is now. Some say the Vatican took it, some say it's in a sealed box under the church in Italy. Some theories. So some of these theories are just possible, like so these are some of the most, I guess, popular sort of theories behind this vase. So that's basically the background. So the first one is cursed object theory. So maybe something bad was done using the vase, like black magic or human sacrifice, and that curse stuck with it. That's what a lot of people think. So I mean, that is quite credible. I'm not sure if you guys believe in black magic, but considering you're watching video called Folklore Talk, you may. I do personally. I do believe in all that sort of stuff. I read tarot and whatever, and I burn incense, cleanse area. I am very much into that. So it could definitely be black magic, because the stories I've read against black magic do say stuff like that. So it could be, someone's put a black magic spell on it. Or the human sacrifice. I mean, it was around in the 15th century, and I'm pretty sure that human sacrifices would have still be going on around that sort of time or after, and especially if it kills people for multiple generations. So that is a very good theory. The next one is psychological effect. Maybe the curse made people panic so badly they stress themselves into sickness or bad choices. But that doesn't explain the first deaths before anyone knew it was cursed. Yeah, for that one, I probably wouldn't. I don't believe that one is as likely, because it's like it says, what about the first deaths? Now, it could be possible for the other ones, but then even then, I believe that that's a stretch. Maybe not the suicide ones. I mean, like, especially because mental health wasn't such a big thing back in the day. And if it's saying that in the 1980s, I mean, it's like, you know, how do we know that there wasn't people suffering from depression at that time? Like, you know, it could be due to poor mental health. I mean, I know that stress is really dangerous. I do experience the physical sides of stress because I have depression and anxiety myself. So this is more of a personal standpoint. I don't believe, for me personally, I don't believe psychological. I do believe the cursed object theory about it being potentially black magic or human sacrifice, but for me the psychological effect doesn't seem as convincing. But the next one is coincidence. Maybe just bad luck followed this item, but people only remember the deaths, not the times nothing happened. I mean, potentially, but then, like, I know that, you know, I know that us as humans, we do tend to focus on the negative. And I mean, if it was maybe bad luck, there could have been minor inconveniences, even though me personally, I hate minor inconveniences more than the big stuff, I guess. So I mean, it could potentially be that, you know, it was just bad luck, but I'm more leaning towards, more at the moment, the cursed object theory is my favourite theory. So our next one is poison metal. Someone said maybe silver was mixed with something toxic. Where is it? Yeah, something toxic. But again, some people didn't touch it directly and still died. I mean, for this one, the poison metal one, like, and this is gonna sound really dodgy now, but I only know because I'm into true crime. But for it to be poisoned, like, you would either have to touch it directly or, like, because, like, poison or metal, like, I know they used it back in the day, like, you know, on a spear, but that'd be like if you stabbing someone, so the poison going to the bloodstream, whereas a vase, you're not gonna jam a vase into your arm or something, are you? Like, I just can't imagine that happening. And, like, how would it be poison that's, like, through the air, that's inhaled? Because why would you go around sniffing a vase at the end of the day? So yeah, my favourite theory is the cursed object theory, and this is the last one, by the way. Demonic attachment. Some say there's a spirit or demon tied to it since the bride cursed it with her last breath, like a vengeance spirit or something older. Now that one does sound viable to me. Like I say, I'm into spirits and demons and all that jazz, so it could. I mean, especially because, you know, the bride, unfortunately, that you know, had her life taken away, she muttered something as she was dying. It could realistically be a curse. It could have been. She might have known that something wasn't right, or it could be a vengeful one. You never know. You don't know. I mean, we don't know how she died. We don't know what was going on. Maybe her husband was doing something dodgy. Who knows? I mean, it could be a way of her getting revenge on the whole family. I mean, that's a pretty cool revenge plot, to be honest. When I die, if I could do a curse on something, I'd want to do it. Like, you know, leave a lasting impression. Especially because, like, my family especially, everyone kind of tends to try to ignore me. Well, I wouldn't be able to ignore me if I put a curse on everyone, would they? But yeah. But anyway, that is the story of the Basano Vase. Phase. Oh man, words, man. Vase. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, and if you have any suggestions for anything that you'd like me to cover in the future, be it folklore or anything else that you fancy, anything interesting that you've come across, let me know in the comments below on my Instagram or X, and I'll see you all in the next one.